YouTube? Today is Friday and we're gonna cover 3 shows. Let's do this. First we're gonna talk about Vampire Diaries, and let me just start off by saying what in the world is going on. So as we know, Bonnie and Elena are connected because of Micah, so if one's alive, the other's asleep. And Damon is still like, oh my god, what, just kill her, but he's not going to. Because they're best friends. Oh my god, besties. So everyone's writing and Lily's family is back. What? And there's one missing. I thought there were 6. I know there's 5. I thought there were 6. Since Alec's wife also died, Alec and Damon are going around the world drinking. Yay! But we find out that Alec was not really drinking. He was just drinking beer so that he can slowly go away to find someone to help him find his wife. He's trying to get his wife back. I mean, it's not impossible. We've seen people come back to life in the show, so I'm pretty sure by the end of the season, she will be back, and they will probably be having twins to bring up the Gemini family again. So Enzo is still on the defense of whose side he's on, because Lily's like, you have to cut your friendships with others, but he's like, but they're good friends, like Damon. I mean, come on, Damon's debatable. He's never really a good friend. And then he likes Caroline, so he's like confused, so Lily doesn't trust him. And Bonnie is watching Damon. So Damon's watching Alec and Bonnie's watching Damon to make sure that they are good and don't get into trouble. Definitely Damon, because he has a tendency to get in trouble when a loved one is dead. They find out that where the witches / vampires, Lily's family are staying, so they're like, okay, we're gonna make this bomb. And Caroline has to pretend that she's not a vampire. Matt sneaks in to put the bomb down. He's like creeping. And then Caroline hears it. So she like drops something. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm such a klutz. And then one of them comes over and is like, oh, I like your jacket. Give it to me. Like compelling her. She's like, oh, okay. Like pretending. And then, wait, you forgot to tell her that she looks good in it. Turns around, you look so great. And then leaves. They hear the bomb and Caroline's like, whoosh, out with Matt. I was like, y'all good. But the twist is they're not really dead because they're half vampire, half witch. It is not that easy to get rid of them. Well, with Bonnie and Damon, it looks easy. They go to the ceremony for Matt to graduate, and they come and terrorize everything. And, well, a lot of people in the town died, so they decide that they are going to compel everyone to leave. Stefan and Caroline compel everyone to leave, and that it's free range. Anyone that trespasses, it's free range to eat them. So it's crazy. And then Damon returns and is like, who the F is in my house? Why are they in there? He does not like that because Damon and that house have history. It's just not good. And so Damon ends up at the dorm room with Bonnie, and Bonnie and Damon are like, we are going to stop this. Because, well, Damon's like, in those 3 seconds, I could see Elena again. By the second, I would be kissing her. And by the third, I think he said, I thought about you being my best friend and how I can't let you die. And then, because he almost did not save her from a car almost running her over. It was really close, but he saved her. So they are both like, we're gonna fight back. Let's go. So they have a brilliant plan. They knock off one of them by themselves, and because he was feeding. And Bonnie's like, oh, I'm the town witch. And starts like doing stuff with his mind like she does as a witch. And when he gets when he's like has her at the throat, Damon comes in, heart out, done. And then the 2 females find him on the floor, dead. And Lily's not too happy about this, so she gets Enzo, because Enzo picks Lily's side. And well, he's like, oh, I have picked a side. And Caroline, thinking he's talking about her side, she's like, oh, okay, that's great. I still don't trust you and blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, I was like, what? I chose Lily's side. I was like, oh, and Stefan and Caroline, yay, they're together. Yes. But I was just like, what in the world? And then they're like, in the beginning, they're like 3 years from now. Stefan's like getting Damon's like, wake up. Damon's like, I told you not to wake me up until Elena woke up. And I'm just thinking to myself, what is going on? That's all I want to know. And then they're like, she's back. And then Damon's like, oh, she got better. Like, who are they talking about? For some reason, I want to think they're talking about someone that's currently there. I really believe they're like talking about, we'll figure it out. Are they going to keep with the 3 years or are they going to stay in the present? That's also my question. So, we'll see. Now on to the originals. So, we start off and Klaus seems normal. Normal for Klaus is ruthless, but he seems normal except for the fact that he's portrayed everyone in his family to make sure that his daughter has a great life. So the only one that's really on his side is Freya, but it's Freya. So, and she's taking care of the baby since he turned Haley into a wolf and can only see the baby once a month. So, and then Elijah is kind of helping Marcel with training the vampires who want to join. Davina is ruling the witches, kind of ruling. Camille is helping Victor with a murder that has happened, which is a vampire, of course, because, I mean, who else would be killing people in the show? Not a human. Klaus and Camille are having their little therapy sessions, and Klaus still really wants a relationship with Camille. And Camille's like, I don't want, and that's, no, this is business relationship that we've got. I was like, Camille, don't kid yourself, you like Klaus. Let's be real. There's a new vampire in town named Lucian. He is from when Klaus and his family first started, going undercover, and they played a royal family and everything. It was very interesting. Very interesting. I was like, ooh, who's he? He's kind of cute, but he's a little crazy. And he is just like Klaus when it comes to worried that someone's after him. It's crazy. And when I did the Davina is ruling the witches, one of the witches tries to hurt her because they're like, oh no, you guys can't expand because we don't want to go into war with the vampires. And she was like, turn, crunched her hand, fire. I was like, oh, okay. And then Davina goes to Marcel and is like, the witches are rebelling against me. I have to do something. Of course, Marcel, being the fatherly figure that he is like, who are they? I'm gonna go get them. Let's do this. She's like, no, you can't, because then they're gonna think I'm a vampire empathizer and they're not going. She's gonna prove them right. So at the end of the episode, she gets Haley. Like, what? I was like, really? Instead of a vampire, you're gonna get Haley? It kind of makes sense because they both hate Klaus, but it's just crazy. I'm just like, wow. And Haley is in trouble, which is good that Davina helped her, because they're wolves hunters trying to kill all the wolves so they can build more stuff. Yeah. People and their businesses. So Lucian's only came to Klaus to warn him, because if Klaus dies, everyone he has turned dies, which includes him. So he's like, if Klaus dies, I die. We do not want that. And like, Klaus gets so angry with this girl. Like, she like shows him, since you've betrayed your family, always and forever doesn't really matter to you, and this is gonna destroy you and also your family. Someone's coming after you guys and is going to kill you. We all know, oh, you can't kill an original. That's not true. You can. It just takes special stuff. He gets he gets super mad. He's like, I'm Klaus Michelson. I'm the thing that lesser men fear. And he's like, then prove it. I was like, oh my god, what is going on? And then we get to Elijah, who is still mad at his brother for everything that he put Haley through, because he loved Haley. And so he's like killing everyone that's trying to hunt the wolves, and oh my god, it is something else. I'm like, man, this guy is really serious about this. I was like, and then he sees all the wolves that are dead, and he's like, what if Haley's in there? Like, of course she's not. By the end of the episode, we know that. Another murder happens, and at the end of the episode, we see that it is the new vampire that is in town, of course, because why would he be significant in the storyline if it wasn't him? It just doesn't make any sense. The show makes some sense, not all sense, but some, just like Vampire Diaries. So after Klaus gets upset about the whole, like, he's gonna die or whatever, he's in danger, he goes back to his old ways of just killing anyone. Actually, that's not true. The only reason why I did that is because Camille made him upset. He was like, I need to talk to you. She's like, no, you can't, blah, blah, blah. You're just a disappointment. I was like, oh, she just crossed the line with Klaus. Klaus is like, okay, I'm gonna go. Camille's like, no, don't, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. And he's like, keep your gift. She looks, and all of a sudden, ouch. And Camille's like, great. I just put him on range. And he kills some random guy, rips his arms off, eats him. Yep, normal class stuff. At the end of the episode, we see this new witch who gets so upset for some reason. So I want to know who this new witch is. That's my question. Also, what is Davina planning? That's another one. So now Heroes Reborn. So Luke really does not want to kill anyone anymore like Joanne does. And as we know, Luke has power, so he really doesn't want to. Keeps the curtains closed. Joanne's like, ooh, it's hot. It's like dark in here. He's like, oh, no, gotta get out this light before she finds out. At the end of the episode, she does find out because the list of all the Evos, he burns it with his hand. Shoots some fire out, and she decides, she's like, she almost shot him. I was like, man, she just turned super fast from I love you to gun pointed to his head, and she just walked out the car and turned around, and he's like, well, there goes my marriage. Great. Come on, we all knew he was gonna get powers. Like, how did his son get powers but none of them have powers? So now we go to Tommy. Saves his mom. They got into a car crash. Drunk driver, apparently. He saved himself first and then put his mom in the hospital. He goes to the hospital, finds out that she needs a blood transplant. He's like, oh, can I see if I'm a match? Dude, they're gonna know that you're an Evo. Like, why would you do that? And his friend's like, why would you do that? Like, don't. Like, what if they find out? And at the end of the episode, they do find out and he tries to escape. Doesn't happen because he wants to save his mother, and they said if you do that then your mom will never get that blood. I was like, oh, using the mom against him, okay. So now we go to Noah and Quentin. They go to they're still at the main building where everything's happening with the epic, and they corner Taylor. They're like, Taylor, all I'm asking you is to question your mother. And she does, and find out she turns on her mother, and they find Molly. Molly is like, oh my god, I'm still awake, and Molly shoots herself because she doesn't want to ruin the plan. Noah's like, she's like, don't focus on the past, save the future. I was like, oh, okay. I want to know what happened. I'm just saying, I want to know personally. I don't care if no one knows. I just want to know. And Taylor really gets upset about the whole mom thing because she sees her boyfriend in there. So we find this new girl, new power from last week's episode. Her power is life, and her name's Malaya. Really, really pretty name. She's now going south so she can save the world. And her training was done when they almost got caught. Someone was about to call, and they're like, Invisible Girl was like, nope. Dead. Crushed phone too. I love her power. I cannot wait to see what she does. And she like creates the northern lights, and then everyone that's involved in the story is like, and then turns red, and yeah, you all saw that, didn't you? Didn't you watch the episode? So now we get to the Japanese people. Miko is scared, like, why her? They're in America now, and finds out that she has tons of fans, and that's it with her. Like, she doesn't do anything else throughout the episode. Also, when Noah, Taylor, and Quentin were trying to get in, Harris, the black guy, had 3 of them. That was crazy. And so now we get to Carlos, who like upgrades his suit, and his father is not impressed. And then he like fixes the car. So after Carlos leaves in the new car, Jose's upset and he throws something and he hears a ding, which of course we know is a lair. And he goes down there and he's like, oh, my dad was this. I can show him my power, which is to go through objects. And then the agent from last episode with the super strength, he captures the father, and Jose, crazy. And at the end, we hear Erica saying, well, how'd she get a gun and blah, blah, blah. We need to find that kid and bring him in. I was like, what kid? We go into kids, and then we see the kid with some, I think, dark matter, I believe that was. I was like, oh, okay. I can understand why we need him, why they need him. And dead. So yeah, it was a great episode. All of them were great. Tell me what you thought about Vampire Diaries, the originals, and Heroes Reborn. Can't wait for next week. And see you guys on Monday with a new Strain review. And I'm also seeing Naruto this weekend, the Naruto movie, so I'll also be reviewing that on Monday. Can't wait. I love you guys, and I will see you Monday.